Welcome to Freemasonry in Nigeria, the oldest fraternal organization in the world. Welcome to the District Grand Lodge of Nigeria Internet TV. It provides an insight to English Freemasonry in Nigeria, and we hope it will be of interest to both Freemason and non-Freemasons. Here you will find information on what it is to be a Freemason and our history. What drives our organization. Charity is one of the major pillars on which Freemasonry rests. By the exercise of brotherly love, we are taught to regard the whole human race as one family, the high, the low, the rich, the poor, who, being created by God, we as inhabitants of the same planet ought to aid, support, and protect each other. To relieve the distressed is a duty incumbent on all men, but particularly on Masons. The history of Freemasonry in Nigeria. The proposal to form a District Grand Lodge was originated by Calabar Lodge No. 3434 at its regular meeting held on 14 September 1912. At that date, and in order of seniority, there were 6 lodges of the English Constitution in existence in Nigeria, that is, Lagos Lodge No. 1171 warranted on the 25th of May 1867, St. John's Lodge No. 2668, the 23rd of July 1897, St. George's Lodge No. 3065, the 25th of July 1904, Northern Nigeria Lodge No. 335, the 20th of July 1908, Calabar Lodge No. 343 for 1st of February 1910, Zungaru Lodge No. 3506, the 15th of February 1911. It is worthy of note, therefore, that the prime movers to form a District Grand Lodge were the members of the Calabar Lodge, which was then the second youngest lodge in the country. Following a decision taken at the regular meeting of Calabar Lodge held on the 14th of September 1912, a letter was addressed to each of the other 5 lodges in the country regarding the necessity for the formation of a District Grand Lodge and seeking their views on the proposal to petition the Most Worshipful the Grand Master to approve the formation of such a District Grand Lodge, with the exception of Northern Nigeria Lodge No. 3325, some of the members of which apparently considered the proposal to be somewhat premature. The reactions from the other 4 lodges appear to have been favorable, and the nomination of Mr. Justice A. Willoughby Osborne as the first District Grand Master was generally agreed. Willoughby Osborne was at that time the Chief Justice of Southern Nigeria. The petition to form a District Grand Lodge of Northern and Southern Nigeria was approved by the Most Worshipful the Grand Master in the following year, and the patent was issued in London on the 15th of July 1913. The opening meeting of the District Grand Lodge was held at St. George's Hall, Lagos, on Thursday, the 20th of November 1913, after the opening meeting, which was held on the 20th of November 1913. The District Grand Lodge of Northern and Southern Nigeria met at St. George's Hall, Broad Street, Lagos, on 7 occasions as follows: 261,213, investiture of DDGM Right Worshipful Brother Willoughby Osborne, DGN 21514, half-yearly communication Worshipful Brother C. Ungebauer, DDGN 251114, annual communication Worshipful Brother C. Ungebauer, DDGN 20-515, half-yearly communication Worshipful Brother C. Ungebauer, DDGM 18-1215, annual communication Worshipful Brother Honorable K.A. Jasa, DJGW 17-516, half-yearly communication Worshipful Brother Honorable K.A. Jasa, DJGW 251116, annual communication Worshipful Brother Honorable K.A. Jasa, DJGW. From this table, it will be noted that the District Grand Master was able to be present only once after the opening meeting. His successor was not installed until 31st March 1917 at the half-yearly communication held on the 22nd of May 1915. The standards of the District Grand Lodge of Northern and Southern Nigeria were presented. These were the gift of Right Worshipful Brother Willoughby Osborne at the annual communication held on the 25th of November 1916, it is recorded in the minutes that it was agreed to change the title of the District Grand Lodge of Northern and Southern Nigeria to the District Grand Lodge of Nigeria. Although there is no reference in Grand Lodge records to the change in title of the District Grand Lodge, the librarian and curator of Grand Lodge A.R. Hewitt commented that the matter would not necessarily come before the Grand Lodge, as the Grand Master must have sanctioned the change. One would have thought, however, that the approval would have been communicated by letter, but I can find none in the correspondence on other matters from the Grand Lodge in October 1916 is addressed District Grand Lodge of Nigeria. The first Deputy District Grand Master was Charles Ungabauer. He was appointed to office at the opening meeting held on the 20th of November 1913 and invested at a special meeting held on the 26th of December 1913. Ungabauer was, at that time, with the firm of Sachs & Co. of Broad Street, Lagos. His standing in the craft may be gathered from the fact that he had been Worshipfulmaster of Lagos Lodge in 1891 and 1892, of St. John's Lodge on its formation in 1898, and again in 1901, and of St. George's Lodge on its formation in 1905 during the First World War. The United Grand Lodge of England passed a resolution at the quarterly communication held on the 2nd of June 1915 as follows: that in order to prevent the peace and harmony of the craft being disturbed, it is necessary that all brethren of German, Austrian, Hungarian, or Turkish birth should not during the continuance of the war attend any meeting of Grand Lodge or any other Masonic meeting, and that such brethren be and they are hereby required by Grand Lodge to abstain from such attendance, and that a copy of this resolution be forwarded to the Secretary of every lodge as a result of this resolution. The Deputy District Grand Master was precluded from attending the meetings of the District Grand Lodge after that held on the 22nd of May 1915, but he continued to afford all possible assistance to the district. Ungabauer was, in 1915, a naturalized British subject. It is on record that he was the only person of German, Austrian, Hungarian, or Turkish birth who had been allowed to remain in Lagos by the government, having been a resident in the colony for 38 years. After much discussion between the various lodges in the district, a proposal to petition the Grand Lodge for an exemption in his case from the terms of the resolution was eventually dropped. Ungabauer resigned his appointment as DDGM in March 1917, and his death occurred on the 21st of June 1918. Warrants issued by the United Grand Lodge for the formation of 3 additional private lodges under the jurisdiction of the District Grand Lodge of Northern and Southern Nigeria were as follows: Travelers Lodge number 3726, Nigeria Lodge number 3773, and St. John's Lodge Onitsha number 3780.